In both my main products and ancillary, I found that I promoted these products successfully as they use synergy. I firstly used my local gym, the Empress Health Club, through my first newspaper and my print product. The first use of promotion and synergy was seen on the front page of my newspaper, where the advertisement promoted the gym as well as persuading my demographic audience, females of 35 to 45, to be persuaded by a direct ad. I used this advertisement successfully as this age group and gender would be more self-conscious about their personal appearance and therefore more likely to attend. I also added the words ages 16 plus welcome, all capitalised, emboldened and in white, so that the audience/reader of the newspaper was aware that a variety of ages were allowed to attend and not just my target audience. I created this advert for the purpose to persuade and in turn had to make it stand out. I did this by using the colours blue, orange, pink, black and white to attract the reader's attention from the newspaper cover. However, because I wasn't able to use others' images and they had to be strictly my own, I was unable to use the original pictures I had planned and was unable to find an equally successful model. This meant that I had to cut out the previous picture in the advertisement by using the magnetic lasso tool, where I cut around this image, then used the eraser tool to remove the outlined image. As we had to create synergy and promotion through our products, I found that the charity Cancer Research UK also helped me to connect these matters together easily. I used this charity because after researching my demographic on JICREG, I found that my readers were mainly females and of the ages 35 to 45, from lower middle class to working. This led me to research themes and charities which may be supported by these characteristics. After thinking of some ideas, I decided to use a cancer charity, as women are mainly associated with the ideas of breast cancer and are more likely to be compassionate about this disease. Therefore, I decided to use this organisation in order to promote the charity, as well as persuading the audience to donate, as I had stated that my own newspaper sponsored this charity. Looking at the codes and conventions of newspaper posters, I found that newspapers often use witty slogans to relate to the themes and ideas which are presented on the poster. As my newspaper sponsored Cancer Research UK, I decided to take the language to relate to the idea of the organisation, and then came up with the slogan, "Fight back one step at a time." I used this as it related to the idea of fighting cancer, as well as showing that it is needed to be taken with care. Once I created this slogan, I had to find an appropriate image which would be needed to relate to the ideals of the poster. Therefore, I decided to contact the Empress Gym and ask if an employee would allow me to take a picture of them using boxing equipment. This resembled the fight idea within my work. When capturing the image, I found that the employee already had her own blue boxing gloves, which worked well with my house style, which was blue, and captured an image of her in the gym's boxing ring to add the location when referring to mise-en-scène. However, I found that when I was in the post-production stage, I found that the background didn't look as professional as I had hoped, and decided to crop this out by using the lasso tool to cut out and remove the background, replacing it with white. Later on, I also used the magic wand tool to remove the unnecessary white background in order for it to blend in with the rest of the canvas layers. Other ways I promoted the Empress Gym in this product was through the use of the company logo along with the Cancer Research UK logo. This allowed me to state to my audience who had influenced this picture and possibly persuade them into further joining the gym through the use of ideal self in the main image. After editing the image in post-production, I found that after being given feedback off my peers, I was able to make a greater product than the original one before. This was done by enlarging the image of the female boxer, as well as adding text effects, for example drop shadows, and changing the colours so that the advertisement would stand out more. I was also able to create synergy through the charity Cancer Research UK on my second page. I found that on the second page of my newspaper, the synergy I used was not necessarily as effective as all the other contributions in my work. This was because on the second page in my newspaper I merely stated underneath my contact details of the newspaper, "We sponsor Cancer Research UK." This could arguably be ineffective towards the audience. However, I thought this small contribution could influence my own audience to contribute to my charity simply by adding the slogan and text. As I have previously shown examples of the use of synergy and promotion within my print product, the last product that I found that promoted Cancer Research UK was the radio advertisement. In my radio advertisement, I noticed that I not only promoted the charity event fundraiser, but I also used codes and conventions to encourage unaware or unsure readers to purchase my newspaper through the chance of winning a games console. After researching the codes and conventions and other newspaper adverts, I found that the radio ads were generally up to 30 seconds long, used sound effects, dialogue and conversation, and inserted vital information such as the tagline and the newspaper name at the end to reinstate the audience with the newspaper company. By researching these conventions, I was able to create my own product based upon these factors. After thinking about my ideas, I decided that I would create a charity fundraiser event with the theme of Carnival or Fun Fair, as this would introduce more individuals to come and not just my demographic, and could involve a family setting. I decided my radio advertisement would most likely appear on Hallam FM or Capital FM, as these are local radio stations in South Yorkshire that have a variety of audiences that would view. This would encourage various regions of South Yorkshire to travel to this fun and family-based event, in turn possibly profiting extra due to the large range of visitors. After creating this framework for my radio advert, I was then able to plan the specific codes and conventions which I would use in my work. The first which I planned was the use of sound effects. By using the website soundbible.com, I was able to find appropriate sound effects to suit the carnival theme. These sound effects were a drum roll and cheering to represent a light and happy mood. I added the background music to connote an ideal theme of the event. This was the track called Entry of the Gladiator, which would be called the traditional circus music. I found this track by researching conventional circus music and looked at various different song previews online. Once I had found this tune, I was able to purchase a cover song on iTunes for around 99p and inserted it into GarageBand to be the backing music for the advertisement. I used dialogue in my advert to be voiced within the advert to voice themes and ideas which were presented in the text. At the end of my radio product, I also decided to use the conventional outro information, which was seen through my speaker repeating Mecca Meteor and stating my tagline, "Making for the masses." The purpose of this ancillary product was to persuade individuals to attend the event at hand. I did this also by publicising the chance to win a Wii console. This in turn promoted my newspaper, as in my script when editing my work in post-production, I found that the sentence "Get in with the chance of winning by purchasing the Mecca Meteor newspaper this week" would persuade individuals to buy my newspaper for this purpose. This created synergy through advertising my newspaper, raising money for my charity, and ensured people would attend the event. In post-production, I also decided to remove the original advert of the Spice Library restaurant to be replaced by the competition of the Wii plug. This allowed viewers to immediately see the advertisement at the crown of the page and other additional information concerning the event which the console may be won. I found that this competition was more effective compared to the original advertisement, as synergy was created easily through advertising and promotion. The mode of address I found that I used in my ancillaries differed from my main product. This was because in my newspaper I found that I used a formal mode of address, more like teacher to student, to ensure that the articles were not humorous or biased, so that the reader could trust my account. However, in my ancillary products I found myself using a mixed mode of address, as these products would be viewed by a wider audience due to the fact they would be on popular local radio channels and outside popular local venues such as the Mex Pacific Hall. In conclusion, I thought the things I could have done better concerning the connections between my main and ancillary products were mainly that I could have used the time more effectively. I found that in post-production, after gaining feedback, that I edited my ancillaries incredibly compared to the previous work that I had done on my text. This made some factors on my work rushed as I had left the feedback till nearly the end of the production, and this could have influenced my work a great deal more if I had more time.